Hello, this is Julian Ickham, and this is my cat. We're here to talk about Tent City. First of all, I recently found out that the day that we were supposed to meet with Gloria from Bylaw, she came the morning of the day and told one new staff who had many jobs off the island and was not on the encampment for most of the day, or as she calls it, like that's her words, encampment. We call it a tent city, but I think it's important that she uses those words. So if you go to a dentist or a doctor or someone and you have to cancel for 24 hours. When we moved our meeting, we gave her a week's notice. She gives us less than 24 hours notice. So if you do this to a doctor or someone, you have to pay a $75 fine. So as far as I'm concerned, the city owes Tent City on the island $75. In any case, it's a sign of disrespect. It's a sign that they do not take these negotiations seriously. And unless it was an urgent emergency, you do not cancel last minute by telling one person in the morning without consulting anyone else that, hey, by the way, I canceled. It's like me walking to City Hall and telling a security guard, hey, I'm canceling a meeting with the mayor, or hey, I'm canceling this and this. You can't just do that. It's a sign of disrespect. The other thing I want to talk about is what is life like at Tent City? So last night I was there. We were having a night of art and culture. The musicians didn't show up, but the artists were there, and there were pieces of art displayed and that sort of thing. And I was talking to some people, and someone comes up to me. Someone is dead in a tent. Now that freaked the hell out of me. This person wasn't dead, they were overdosed. And if they would not have had our help, if they would not have been at Tent City, they could have been dead. At that point in time, Bylaw was there, and I didn't want Bylaw to get involved. So when I started talking to them, turns out one of the people who was with Bylaw was a woman who went to University of Waterloo. And we had a discussion, mostly so we could deal with the overdose. The person came back and this and that, not cause any trouble. And the interesting thing is that talking person to person, people in security and people who are there day to day say that our tent city is much cleaner. And we had a nice political discussion, and it's quite obvious that even people within the system are sympathetic to us and to our needs. So we provide a variety of services from at least 1 to 2 meals a day to the free haircut program, like my haircut. Hope you do. And other such things. This is a place where people feel safe. This is a place where we save lives. 2 days ago, a 10-year-old overdosed, not at Tent City, somewhere else. Maybe he was 11 or 12, and it was lucky that someone found him. But how many people who are homeless are dying from overdoses because they don't have a community, because they have to go hide in the washroom to do it, and that sort of thing. One of the things at Tent City is we have people on site to deal with that. And we see tents as people's homes. And we see the tent city in many ways. It has become some sort of community where people help themselves out. Without the help from the state, without any help from anything, we are able to feed people, shelter people, clothe people, something the city has not been doing, or else people wouldn't want to be sleeping in tents. We think it's really important that these negotiations restart. We want these negotiations to start as soon as possible, and we want everyone in Tent City to be given a home or at least put on the housing list and given a worker who would advocate to get them a home. And once they get a home, help them to get on their feet, them contribute to society. As JFK said, those that are not part of society seek the destruction of society. Also, this is an invitation to candidates to come and see Tent City, see what is going on, see our reality, an invitation to the community to walk through, talk to people, see our reality. No, we are not perfect. No, the family is perfect. There are arguments, there are problems, but we try to resolve these problems through dialogue and discussion, not through the use of force like the police. So, our demands have been set up, ranging from anti colonial demands to demands around having just the ambulance at overdoses so people don't have to be scared and run away and that sort of thing and get the medical attention that is needed. And to stop the stigma on homeless people and drug users and poor people. No one wakes up and says, I want to be a junkie. No one wakes up and says, I want to sleep on the street. Not many people like living in tents. Winter is coming, and if housing is not found, people will still sleep in the winter. In other tent cities, people have had it out throughout the winter. And this, people have died of hypothermia, not at our tent cities and other places. So this is something that is really important. We hope the city contacts us. We will contact them to restart negotiations, to have like a real housing fair where people are not just told, yes, you're on the list, no, you're not on the list, where the workers engage with the people in Tent City and people are given an advocate or a worker to find them housing. Thank you very much.